Before the city, there was the horizon. 20,000 years ago, a family follows fresh tracks across a wind-shaved steppe. Frost bites, smoke, stings. Their world is one of movement, of knowledge passed down not in books, but in songs and stories that mapped every coast, forest, and desert. Then a revolution sparked by a single seed. In the Fertile Crescent, the Nile Valley, and the Indus Basin, agriculture invited humanity to stay. Surplus grain fed not just families, but specialists, priests, and kings. Marks on clay became writing, rules hardened into law. Villages swelled into the world's first civilizations. From Mesopotamia's warring city-states to Egypt's monumental kingdoms, we learned to organize at scale. The Persians connected their vast empire with roads, while in the east, Mauryan edicts counted harvests and Han officials built a state run by scholars. In the west, Rome turned conquest into a conversation of citizenship, its ideas traveling as fast as its legions. But power is more than stone and steel. It is built on belief. In Asia, Hinduism and Buddhism explored the cycles of life and suffering, while Confucianism offered a blueprint for an ordered society. In the West, Judaism's covenant with God forged a unique identity. From it, Christianity spread a message of universal salvation, while Islam unified vast territories through a common faith and language, carried along burgeoning trade routes. These were the arteries of the ancient world. The Silk Roads carried not just silk and spice, but new ideas, technologies, and deadly diseases. Monsoon winds powered ships across the Indian Ocean, and caravans traced paths of salt and gold across the Sahara. And yet, this was not the only story. Far across the oceans, in the Americas and Oceania, entirely separate worlds of cities, science, and culture flowered in brilliant isolation. The oceans, then, became the new highways. On a gray Atlantic morning in the early 1600s, worlds collide on a creaking pier. The Columbian Exchange connects continents, moving foods, microbes, and people in a vast, uneasy transaction. Empires swell, fortunes are made, and families are broken. In the workshops and lecture halls of Europe, the Enlightenment challenges old crowns. New machines gather workers under smoke and shift bells, forging an industrial world. Debates over capitalism, socialism, and human rights sharpen as a family's descendants become wage workers and readers. Nations arm themselves, lurching toward the first of two devastating world wars. Out of the firestorms of the 20th century, the year 1945 brings a fragile promise of peace. A Cold War divides the globe under a nuclear shadow, yet new voices rise. Decolonization redraws the map, and movements for civil rights and equality demand to be heard. Today, our lives are woven together by invisible threads of data. Screens connect us and divide us. We face challenges on a planetary scale, from climate change to pandemics, but the ancient human struggle for dignity continues. The next chapter is already being written.